Hello Magic fans, I'm Beef and welcome back to another standard gameplay video, and today we are playing an updated Sephiroth / Raise the Past black-white deck, which has got a couple of new cards, or three. We're playing three new cards from Edge of Eternities, and some of them are absolute bangers. So let's quickly just go over the point of a deck. The point of a deck is it's Aristocrat style deck, so Vengeful Bloodwitch, whenever the Bloodwitch or another creature we control dies, target opponent loses 1 life and we gain 1 life. Sephiroth has the same trigger, but also when it enters or attacks, we can sack another creature if we do draw a card. So obviously that then gets that drain mode. But if 4 basically effects resolved 4 times in a turn, Sephiroth's ability, not the Bloodwitch's as well, transforms in a Sephiroth 1-winged angel, a 5/5 flyer, and basically we get an emblem which then has that whenever a creature dies, target opponent loses 1 life and we gain 1 life. Sephiroth does trigger off any creature. Bloodwitch is a creature we control, so Sephiroth is obviously better. And then the 1-winged angel has, when it attacks, we may sack any number of other creatures if we do draw that many cards. And then we have a lot of recursive creatures like Nesting Bot, which leaves a creature behind. Greedy Freebooter, that's not Greedy Freebooter, Greedy Freebooter, which leaves a treasure token and a scry. Infestation Sage leaves a pest behind. You can also play the 1 mana 2/2 that can't block, that comes back if you pay a black when you commit a crime. We have Snarling Gorehound to help surveil, and obviously Raise the Past to get stuff back from our graveyard, and Voice of Victory, which when it attacks it creates 2 1/1s which get sacrificed at the end of the turn. Obviously they trigger Sephiroth, so that's 2 that right there anyway. And then we have 2 copies of Corrupted Conviction, which we can sack a creature, draw 2 cards. Now the new cards, the best one is Umbral Collar Zealot. This is a 2 mana 3/2 with, it's an uncommon, and it lets you sack another creature or artifact to surveil 1. This is a free sack outlet, which is always incredibly powerful. What I do find funny is that Wizards said they want to push mono green because it's been bad for a while, and one of the examples of that is, I think, Frenzied Bailoff, a 2 mana 2 green 3/2, which trample haste, can't be countered, creatures you control can't be countered, and combat damage can't be prevented, or damage can't be prevented. A very powerful card, but also you have a 2 mana 3/2 in uncommon with a much more historically useful ability. So it is a bit weird that the green push card, I think, rare cards worse than an uncommon. And this is great because, one, it's a free sack outlet, so we can sack any number of creatures we want to trigger Sephiroth or our Bloodwitch. And then Surveil is really good because we can get stuff in our graveyard and then find our Raise the Past. That's why we've got the Gorehound, because it is that powerful. And if our opponent removes something or does a board wipe, we can just sack everything and surveil as much as we want. Or if they've got a life linker and they attack, we block, sack it before damage happens, and away we go. Then we've got 4 copies of Embrace Oblivion, a 1 mana sorcery, additional cost to cast a spell, sack an artifact or creature, destroy target creature or spacecraft. So this is a removal, and because it causes us to sack a creature, it's really good because it will trigger Sephiroth and Bloodwitch. Well, Sephiroth twice. There was a card we played in the previous version which we sacked a creature and it exiled, so it wasn't as good because we want opponent creatures to die, not exile. And then rounding out the new cards in the deck, 2 copies of Syr Vondam, Sunstar Exemplar, a 2 mana 2/2 of Vigilance Menace. And whenever another creature you control dies or is put in exile, we put a +1/+1 counter on Syr Vondam and we gain a life. That's really good, especially with our free sack outlet in Umbral Collar Zealot. And then when Syr Vondam dies or is put into exile, while its power 4 or greater, destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent. So even if they wipe the board with a exile effect like Ultima, I think obviously Sunfall's not in Sandal anymore, and Syr Vondam's got power 4 or greater, we'd still get that trigger. And obviously power 4 or greater is not hard, it's only 2 things dying, and any non-land permanent, so creatures, planeswalkers, artifacts, enchantments, really, really good. And obviously it's only 2 mana, so it comes back with a Raise the Past. In fact, Sephiroth is the only creature that doesn't come back with Raise the Past, so it does just get into that cycle of putting stuff into the bin, attacking, blocking, Heart's Content, and just raising parts and then going again. Mana base, as you'd expect, we do have 2 copies of Dalkovan Encampment because we can pay 2 and create 2 1/1 red type warrior creature tokens, which get sacked beginning of next end step, much like the Voice of Victory. We have 4 Verges, 4 Concealed Courtyards, and then we do have 4 Godless Shrines, which aren't new on Arena, but they are new in Standard for a long time from Edge of Eternities, and the art is absolutely fantastic. fantastic. So this is a deck. It is powerful. It's bizarre. I think you could actually take out Sephiroth and still win most of your games. He very rarely transforms, and yes, having the extra ping from, or extra drain from opponent's creature dying, and the card draw is really, really good. But it is basically Bloodwitch and Umbral Collar Zealot. They're the powerhouses. If you can get 2 Bloodwitches down and sack your whole board, drain your opponent for 10, raise the pass, do it again kind of thing. So really, really powerful, and a bit of an upgrade on the previous version. A bit like the artifact deck I played the other day, where I said there are always improvements in every set. This, I think, going forward you will be getting improvements every set as well. Although it's going to be hard to improve on the Zealot. So really, really fun. Hope you enjoy it. If you do, please remember to like and subscribe. I'd like to give a shout out to my patrons. They are Arcadius, Mihal, Thomas, and Adrian. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you everyone else for your support as well. Please leave a comment down below, and I'll see you all in the gameplay. Well, we don't have a 1-drop, but Voice of Victory is okay. How many Sheltered by Ghosts are we going to get hit with? I'm going to go with all of them. Next turn we'll get down a Bloodwitch. Assuming, I say, it doesn't just get Sheltered by Ghosts. That's what you want. A 6/6. Oh, another shell. Raise the Blast. We're at 13, they're at 15. Oh, what? Why have they got lifelink? Why have they got lifelink? Well, that's us pretty much ruined then. Let's start surveilling. Or we can get that back with Raise the Past. Obviously we do need to jump, but we do have Raise the Past, so. I need a Syr Vondam. At least we do have 2 Raise the Pasts. Why did you do that then? You do that after we declare blockers. And we will sack the Bloodwitch as well. And there we go. Or Sephiroth, but we do have to raise the past. And again, we will drain them. And again. Wow, it's a lot of land. You're going to attack? Because we're going to do the same thing. Yep. Yep. You keep looking. No, you don't. Well, this... They are going to gain life. Ooh. One of them. And let's attack in with you two. So they will gain 12, but we do get to transform Sephiroth. Oh, I could have sacrificed it to the Zealot. That was silly of me. And they definitely would have been dead. In fact, I think they are dead now anyway. Each of these does 3. Yeah, we just did a lot of damage, even after they gained all that. Yeah, not bad. Our opponent goes first. Hopefully our Gorehound can survive. It hasn't been recently. I hate authority of the consoles. With a passion. Come on. Where's the raise the past? Have they got more removal? How is that? Well, let's get the Zealot down so we can start surveilling. just the worst spell ever. Yeah, we'll keep that. Problem is, we can't really outrace Authority of the Consuls. I'll get down to Bloodwitch. They're up to 31. Should have got the Voice of Victory. There's Sephiroth. Oh, we don't need to do that. Well, it doesn't matter. We know Sephiroth's on top. But is that... Do we want Sephiroth on top? Not anymore. Great, two of them gone. Don't have a massive amount in there. Well, let's gain them a bunch of life. Swing in. Here at 27, 29. We can get all these back with another Raise the Past. Do they have another Cleave Shadows? Would quite like a Sephiroth now. At least we get another Surveil with the Gorehound. Putting a lot of lands into the bin. Oh, we need that. Problem is they're about to gain it all back. Well, we can get him for 3. Right. Yes, you gain a lot of life. Nope. 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 Obviously, if I have another split up, that'd be funny. We do have 2 Bloodwitches now. Doesn't look like they do. Fair enough. They are going digging. Right. All right. No, not you. Nope. Nope. It's always fun playing against decks which are just all removal. Nesting bot. Nope. Nope. You. At least we are going to make a bit of a dent on their life. But they are going to gain a huge amount of it back. But then hopefully Syr Vondam can take out authoritative consoles. Oh, there's another race to pass. And they take a lot of damage. Ten, in fact. But they're about to gain a lot of it back. Yeah, our opponent scoops because they realise it's going to be quite boring. That's why I hate authoritative consoles. My opponent does go first. Hopefully we can do some surveilling. I don't know if you see wastes in standard. Unless they are playing full colourless ramp up to Ugin. Oh, both on top, that's always a bit worrying. If it is full colourless, don't expect to see much removal. They do have the UFO. I'm going to get down the Sage so that next turn we can sack it. Don't need another one of those. To Sephiroth. We'll get him for one. Obviously we are looking for more lands and raise the past. Anything fun for 4 mana? Oh, the Vestige. What do they put onto the battlefield? Hedron Archive. Well, let's attack. Thing is, next turn they might be able to get down Ugin. Yeah, more Surveil. We do have 4 lands now. Obviously they can get down the Vestige if they don't have an Ugin. And we can Embrace Oblivion the Vestige. They are umming and ahhing over what to do. What to do? What to do? There is just the Vestige. It is a leave the battlefield trigger. So we will embrace Oblivion it. Put that in the graveyard. And we will do that before attacking. Put that in the graveyard as well. So they do get to put something down. Just another tapped pew pew. We will sacrifice our Summon Insect Bug. And we'll sack this, which should transform Sephiroth. It does. Don't need another land. What do we have down there? Oh, a huge amount. Oh, they did have a land. And there, yeah. Gaining life, drawing a card. What do they have now? Another anti-causal Vestige. Ugin, Bahamut. That's what they're ramping into. An Iron Crag. And an Ugin. That's going to be a problem. Annoyingly, it exiles as well.
There is clarity at the insight.
But they are tapped out.
Vital to success.
Well, what we'll do, we'll sack our Gorehound. To take out their Pew Pew. Attack Ugin down. And then raise the past. Get quite a lot of surveils. Bin. 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 And let's see what they do. We do need another raise the past. Ha ha ha. Bin. Right, let's just sack everything now. Bin. Carry on pinging. Get some more surveils. Bin. Bin. We need another raise the past. Bin. Bin. Keep. I can destroy a land. We still drain them. Yeah. And what do they have? Yeah, they just gain 3, draw.
Open your mind.
Hello boys, I'm back. Oh, we keep that. Do they have another battleship? But there's a chance. I think we just win. We're doing 2 for every sack. And yeah, we can. How much damage could we actually do? 2, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Yeah, easily more than enough. Whew, our opponent goes first. But it's not a terrible hand. Would like more black lands. It looks like we're up against Insidious Roots. Maybe. I think we get down the Bloodwitch next turn. And then we can make a decision whether we Corrupted Conviction. Okay, we I think we can get the Bloodwitch down. We can take another 4 or maybe more. Obviously, the idea of this deck, we are going to be gaining a fair amount of life. And next turn, we can Infestation Sage and hold up, and Embrace Oblivion, and hold up Corrupted Conviction. Oh, don't kill it. Got a fight spell? Fair enough. That's always relatively annoying. Do we now have to take out Scavenger News before it can obliterate our graveyard? I think we do. Let's do the one which has Summoning Sickness. We will block you. We're down to 12. Well, there's a Raise the Past. We will sack the Infestation Stage. We normally will on attack first, but obviously with Piggy Bank as a blocker. And we will shock in the Godless Shrine. So we can hold up Corrupted Conviction. Obviously, if they have a fight spell, we will block you and then Corrupted Conviction. Obviously, I'd quite like Sephiroth to stick around. Wow, that's interesting. Well, we have 3 of them. Let's sack an Infestation Sage. We want to get down the Voice of Victory next turn. Yeah, they don't mind having the Maverick in the graveyard. I will block both attackers. Well, I say both. All 3 can attack. I don't want to Raise the Past next turn, because there's not much down there. We'd love to be able to Veil. What a... I mean, if that's all you're doing, fine. Come on. Wow, okay. Really confused about that. Well, we get down the Gorehound. Get down a Voices of Victory. Hold on, mate. We could actually do with some land. And then we will embrace Oblivion, the Wicker Folk, sacrificing our Infestation Sage. And then we will attack him with both of these, sack the bug, draw that, yeah, we knew that was coming. They are down to 1, so they have a treasure. And yeah, one of our creatures dies, which it will when we play Sephiroth. They are dead. We're back up to 21. They can't even take out the Bloodwitch because it triggers on its own death. What do you do? Oh, yeah. That's it.